Vine was sitting in her class, scratching against her notebook. She was bored out of her mind. One look around, and she saw how everyone was extremely attentive in this specific class. It was at one point really annoying, but she understood them. The professor was one charming human, a male in his 20s who could pass for the world class model. Every time he entered the room, it felt like his outstanding presence needed them to spread out a red carpet. He was charming and handsome in every way possible. His way of talking and manners surpassed every gentleman. But when it came to strictness, no one could defeat him in that either. It was rarely any sight of him insulting the students or yelling, since everyone did his work so willingly, trying their best to impress him with grades. She yawned and rolled her eyes. No matter how handsome he was, she was not going to fall under his spell. Plus, he was not her type either, even if he seemed almost perfect from every angle. He was a professor, and she believed they were one boring creatures she could never settle with. Jungkook, is there a problem here? Wyan. Wyan, no, not at all. Jungkook, seems like with your grades and sleeping all the time in the class. Wyan, my grades are fine. Just because others were so competitive in his class, stealing an A plus every time didn't mean A or B plus were any bad. Jungkook, so you have no plans of improving them? He crossed his arms, leaning against the table. His muscles flexed, and Wyan was sure everyone was either hating her for taking his attention or loving her because they were able to see this beautiful side of him. Wyan, I'll try. Please continue your lecture. She was simply annoyed of his presence, and to be very honest, she herself didn't know why. Once, her friend joked that it was because she was jealous, but she knew it can't be the truth. After the school ended and she went home, she took a little rest and then got ready for her blind date. Her friends suggested her that since all of them had a boyfriend, except for Ryan, she really hoped it would work out. She dressed herself up in something casual yet formal and curled her hair, providing them those beachy waves, which really complimented her well. She did some light makeup, yet cute, glowy makeup, and left to the restaurant where she was going to meet her date. She never came here before. It was a huge restaurant, probably extremely expensive. She decided to share the bill of everything, but seeing this place, she didn't think she could as a student. Once she reached the reception, she told them her name. The area was quiet, no customer around. The service was top tier, as they, with great protocol, escorted her inside. It opened up to a huge dining place. with dark golden interior and several huge chandeliers hanging down the ceiling. Every customer there seemed like one from the extremely wealthy family, and she felt uneasy not wearing a dress at such place. The waiter pulled back her chair and she took a seat. Would you like to take something till your partner arrives? He asked with such great manners. She wondered why he was even working in a hotel. Wine, just water, thank you. She was served with that and she waited for her date to arrive. She came earlier to get a hang of the place, but now she was glad she did, or she'd make a fool in front of him. While she was busy looking around, someone cleared their throat, getting her attention. Wine? That someone asked, and when she looked, she wished she could run away. The hell he was doing here? Wine. Mr. John? Oh, I didn't expect you here. Jungkook's eyes shift towards the table, then back at her. Wine. Oh, it's not school. You can't ask me why I'm here. Jungkook. I clearly can't ask that because this is my seat. Wine. This is. What? He simply nodded and took a seat. He was dressed in a white t shirt and a black blazer above it. His hair perfectly styled, revealing the mighty forehead, and he was not wearing those glasses anymore. His features looked even sharp and chiseled. She gulped. For the first time, she saw him with such attention, and she cursed at herself for not staring at him enough during the class. He was extremely hot and young. Wine, are you sure we were not mistaken? I mean, one of us must be. I should ask the staff to check again. She stood up. Jungkook, no one was mistaken. Please sit down. She sat down again. His command sounded so dominant, never the one like in the class. It was like the body was same, but the soul was different. He was 10x hotter. Jungkook, it seems like you're not happy with the arrangement. But since now we are here, we shall enjoy the dinner. And I'll drop you off home later. Why? And you're not my professor for the meantime at all. Jungkook, I'll appreciate that. Jungkook, shall we order up then? Wine, are you trying to impress me? Jungkook, maybe, since I couldn't impress you during the class. He teased. Wine, it won't be easy. Jungkook, well, Miss Wine. He leaned forward, placing his elbows on the table and his hands intertwined. Jungkook, let's see what you have to say at the end of the night. I take challenges very seriously. To be continued.